Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating of curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Now, what does a nursery rhyme have to do with investing for retirement? Well, actually, a lot. I'm Tony Constantine, a registered investment advisor representative with LifeMark Securities Corp. Before we can understand how this nursery rhyme relates to investing, let's look at how the mind works for just a moment. Three basic elements. First, the conscious mind. In our conscious mind, we handle our daily activities and decision making. Our subconscious mind works well below the conscious mind, and in reality, we don't even know that it's there and what it's doing or that it's working. But one of the basic things that it does is it focuses on protecting us from any type of perceived threat, whether it's just mild discomfort or total fear. It's there working for us. The third aspect of the mind that we need to be concerned about is our autonomic response system. Now, this system is beyond our control. It happens. I believe that it's cued by the subconscious, but that's merely my theory. Anyway, the autonomic system, in case you're unfamiliar with it, handles tension throughout our body. It'll tense up the muscles when we feel threatened. It'll increase our heart rate, increase our breathing rate, dilate our pupils, and cause perspiration, among other things as well. Now let's analyze Miss Muffet along these lines. She was relaxed, enjoying herself, eating a treat. She noticed a spider. It startled her. Her subconscious sent a message to her conscious telling her to avoid the spider. She made the conscious decision to get up and run away, leaving her treat behind. Now, in order to put this into proper perspective, let's make some substitutions in the story. It'll be a little bit more relevant as well. First substitution, we're going to substitute Miss Muffet's dad, Mr. Muffet, who happens to carry his retirement account statement in his briefcase. He is also a volunteer officer for a local chapter of a charitable organization. Now the spider and the spider, me, was a state officer for the same charitable organization, and I was required to make a presentation to the local chapter. After the presentation was done and the meeting was concluded, I gathered up my materials and started on my way out of the room. Mr. Muffet walked over with a big smile on his face and said, "That was a great presentation." He said, "What do you do?" So I just told him, "Well, I work with people who are concerned about running out of money in retirement." He stopped, obviously startled, turned to me, straightening up. The smile on his face was gone. He had a stone face. His posture was what I would call an aggressive defensive posture. Looked me square in the eye and said, "My stuff's all taken care of. I work with somebody." Now, right there, his autonomic responses, the tension obvious from his facial expression, his posture, also autonomic and obviously passive aggressive, and obviously his subconscious sent the message to his brain to avoid any discussion to do with retirement. I thought the response was a bit over the top for the situation, and my assessment was that he was extremely uncomfortable talking about retirement planning. Well, if he doesn't do something to change that, he's going to be what falls in the category of the 7 out of 10. This information comes from a recent government study that I read. 7 out of 10 people, upon reaching retirement age, are not prepared to retire. And I feel that this gentleman is in that category. Now, if you notice and pay attention to the autonomic responses in your own body, and you notice that you seem to demonstrate the same types of things, hopefully not quite as over the top as this gentleman was, but if you have similar responses, you want to avoid discussion of retirement planning with somebody who actually knows something about it. You need to change your conscious mind and have it send messages to your subconscious mind that in these situations you want more information, you should seek more information, and if you do it properly and focus on it enough, your subconscious will pick that up, and if a similar situation presents itself, instead of cutting off all discussion, you'll seek more information because that's the message that your subconscious will send. Remember, the body is going to try to take you out of the short term danger or discomfort zone. It doesn't care about what's going to happen, 5, 10, 20 years from now, where you have to. So I recommend that everybody change their thinking and try to get all the help and all the information they possibly can regarding retirement. Now, if you've got any questions, comments, or concerns, or you disagree with my assessment, my contact information will be on the screen momentarily. Next week, come back again. We're going to talk about another aspect of investor behavior. Until then, make every day a great day.